Hello friends, welcome in Learning Studio. I am D. Vivek. Friends, you know there are two types of auxiliary verbs. Primary auxiliary verbs and modal auxiliary verbs. In the last video, we have learned primary auxiliaries. The link of that video has been given in the description of this video. In this video, we are going to learn modal auxiliary verbs and their characteristics. Friends, first let's see which are the modal auxiliaries in English. Modal auxiliaries means in Marathi abhiwrutti darshak kriyapade. The list has been given on the board. Which are the modal auxiliaries in English? Shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might, must, need, dare and ought. These are 12 modal auxiliaries in English. Now let's learn their characteristics. Friends, first characteristic of modal auxiliaries is that they are never used alone. They are always used with a principal verb. Sometimes a principal verb is implied. Implied means what? सूचित केलेले असते. Now let's see the examples. See the first sentence. I can play the tabla. In this sentence, can is modal auxiliary, play is main verb or principal verb. This sentence is meaningful. मी तबला वाजवू शकतो. Now see the second sentence. I can the tabla. In this sentence, modal auxiliary is present. Can is modal auxiliary, but main verb is missing. Main verb is not present. So this sentence is wrong. It is meaningless sentence. It means a principal verb should be present with modal auxiliary. See the second sentence. They should learn English. In this sentence, should is modal auxiliary, learn is main verb or principal verb. The sentence means त्यांनी इंग्रजी शिकायला पाहिजे. This is a meaningful sentence. Now see this sentence. They should English. In this sentence, should is the modal auxiliary, but main verb or principal verb is absent. So this is meaningless sentence. This is a wrong sentence. It means a principal verb should be present with a modal auxiliary. See now third sentence. Can Ravi dance? Answer. Yes, he can. See, this is the correct sentence, though verb is absent, because here verb is implied. This sentence means yes, he can dance. Now let's learn next characteristic of modal auxiliaries. The second characteristic is after any person the same form of modal auxiliary is used. You know, in English there are different persons. First person, second person, third person. To clear this point, let's read these sentences. See the first column, modal auxiliary. In these sentences, can modal auxiliary is used. See the first sentence. I can swim. In this sentence, I is subject. I is first person singular subject. After that, can this modal auxiliary is used. In the second sentence, you can swim. You is subject, you is second person. It may be singular or plural. Can modal auxiliary is used. In the third sentence, he is subject and can modal auxiliary is used. He can swim. In all these sentences, can modal auxiliary is used. Same form is used after first person, second person and third person. Now let's see primary auxiliaries. Here in the first sentence, I am swimming. I is subject, first person singular. Am is a primary auxiliary. You know, it is the form of be. I am swimming. In the second sentence, you is a subject, you is second person, and after that are, this form of be is used. You are swimming. And in the third sentence, he is swimming. He is third person singular and is used here. After first person am is used, after second person are is used, and after third person is used. In this way, these are forms of be, and after different persons, different forms of be are used. Now in the third column, principal verb swim is used. See the first sentence, I swim. I is subject, I is first person singular, swim is principal verb or main verb. Second sentence, you swim. You is second person, swim is verb, main verb. In the third sentence, he swims. He is third person singular. And see here, s suffix is added to the main verb. After reading all these sentences, we come to know that same modal auxiliary is used after different persons. Again, about primary auxiliaries, different forms of primary auxiliaries are used after different persons. About principal verb also, different forms of principal verbs are used after different persons. Friends, you know, primary auxiliaries and principal verbs have infinitive form, participle form, but modal auxiliaries do not have infinitive form and participle form. Therefore, modal auxiliaries are called defective verbs. For example, you know, shall is a modal auxiliary. You can't write to before shall, or we can't add ing suffix to shall, or we can't add ed suffix to shall. So in this way, modal auxiliaries do not have infinitive form or present participle form or past participle form. Friends, when, will, can, need, dare, these words are used as principal verbs. They take infinitive form, present participle form and past participle form. Let's take one example. See, here are 3 sentences. In these 3 sentences, can verb is used. Can is used as principal verb. As a principal verb, can means डब्यामध्ये अन्न भरून ठेवणे, हवाबंद डब्यामध्ये अन्न भरून ठेवणे असा अर्थ कॅनचा होतो. See the first sentence, I want to can this food. In this sentence, infinitive form of can is used. To can is there in this sentence. In the second sentence, I am canning food. Here, it is a present continuous tense. There is a ing suffix to can. So, present participle form of can is used. In the third sentence, the laborers had canned the food before they left the factory. Here, in this clause, past perfect tense is used. It means past participle form of can is used. So, in this way, will, can, need and dare, these words are used as principal verb and they take infinitive form, present participle form and past participle form.